I've got my Jurgen Zoller t-shirt on, which tells you that this is in support of the Jurgen Zoller challenge. Now, those of you who've watched my channel and watched other guitar builders will know that Jurgen was a fantastic amateur guitar builder who died suddenly, and his family are supporting the Leukemia Foundation charity. So we are encouraging people to go and get one of these wonderful t-shirts. I'll put a link in the description below so you can support this charity. And in memory of him, his friends have organised the Jurgen Zoller Cup Challenge. This is to build a guitar using what you've got. Now, me and challenges don't go too well. The challenge for me is building the guitar. So I'm really supporting all my friends who are in the challenge. But I'm going to have fun building a guitar along with them. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my workshop, and welcome back to my participation in the Jurgen Zoller challenge. And I think the time has come to get the neck shaped. So that's what I'm going to be getting on with in this episode. I'm going to be using my neck holding vise here, homemade neck holding vise, to grip the neck while I do this. And well, there is a link in the description below to the videos where I make all these sort of tools and things, so if you want to go and have a look. Somebody did kindly send me a comment about another type of jig to use while doing this sort of work, and I'll be perfectly honest, I will make one of those because it looked really good. Just haven't had the time. Anyway, before I put the neck in, as I was just about to do, I need to draw on the back. If you have watched my previous videos on guitar making, you'll know that me shaping the neck quite often ends in a bit of disaster, and that's usually because I've not marked it out properly and taken time to do the right thing. So this time I'm determined to do a better job. Now, while I'm doing this, screwing this up, somebody said to me, why am I bolting the neck on? Right, well, I'll tell you why I'm bolting the neck on. It's very simple. It's because I can't guarantee that when I fix this neck on now that it's going to be right for the action when I put the bridge on. My measurements aren't that good. And by screwing the neck on, it gives me the option to shim the neck should I have any problems. And yeah, in the past I've had to do that. Make those sort of fine adjustments that you can do if you can take the neck off. And using one bolt, I know people have said, why don't I use two? Well, that's two bolts to lose, and the one bolt holds it securely, and there's no need for another bolt really. Anyway, sorry, I'm waffling on. Let's get on with marking this neck up. Okay, so I'm gonna come out here, I think, with a nice sort of round curve, and yeah, I can probably just shape that as well to match that if I need to. So let's do that there. You're trying to imagine this in 3D and drawing a 2D line on it, which is one of the things that I find really difficult. Okay. Now then, what I'm going to do as well is mark the the furthest point back that I can actually do anything, so that I don't go there, basically. Like that. Okay, so I think that's going to curve down. In fact, it's going to curve down that way, not that way, Dave. And same on this side. Okay, that's that. Right, I'm just going to mark a line. It's down the side there. This is really the technique that I've learnt from Crimson Guitars. I think it was Chris who used to demonstrate this at Crimson. I don't think he's there anymore, but it's a really good way of doing it. Now ultimately I want to end up with some sort of volute at this end, and as you see, I've stuck some pieces of wood, well, an extra piece of wood in there. Not quite sure how I'm going to achieve this, but let's just draw something on there. I think that's the right way round. I usually get it the wrong way round, but I think that might be the right way round. And we're going to be coming in like that somehow. Do the same on the other side. I think I've got something to be working with, so let's get this neck in the vise. Now the thing about this vise, having the two bolts to tighten up, means that I can adjust the shape of the clamp there to the shape of the neck, which is rather handy, and it really holds it nice and tight. So gives me quite a firm thing to work with there. Okay, so just to recap, I've drawn lines just on the top there, about a quarter of the way in, and on the side, and what I'm going to do first is take that off on each side, and then I'll draw another line and we'll gradually bring this neck round to a curve. And to do that I'm going to use this Shinto rasp saw. I'm going to try and do it all by hand this time rather than use the angle grinder with the disc on. So well, let's get going. Well, my clamping wasn't very good there, so got some more clamps on that. That's much better, much more secure. It's a bit wobbly, that was. Right, now I've done that bit, what I'm going to do now is mark a line another sort of quarter in, or halfway between that and the centre, and then down the middle there. So I can flatten that off, or curve that round I should say. Not a very straight line this. Gives me something to work to. Right, well now this is starting to get just about how I like it, so I'm not too far off on this side. So I'm just going to carry on with this, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided, as good as this neck clamp is, and it is good, I use it an awful lot, I think I can do better. So I mentioned at the beginning that I'd seen somebody else produce another fixture to help with doing the neck. Somebody commented and sent me a link, so I was very grateful for that. So I'm going to have a go at making this new fixture. I mean, let's be honest, sometimes you just get fed up of building guitars and you long to build that jig or fixture. What, you don't? Oh, must be me then. I have some wood from the old guitar travel case I made, so I think this might do the job. Now, for reasons that will hopefully become clear as this progresses, I need to make this neck, start again. For reasons that will hopefully become clear as we make this, I need to make this jig or fixture as long as the neck. And I measured that, it's 85, so just put a couple of marks there. Could have done this with a square, but I'll measure it. So we'll draw a line there. Now then, I need it to be reasonably deep, and so it looks like, well, I can go to 28 centimetres. So that means 28 half 28 is 14, I believe. Yeah, 14, mark that there, mark that there. And 28 here, do it 14, 14. So we just join those up just so we can see what we're doing. So these two panels will make the sides of this fixture. Now then, I've got some bits stuck on the end here, so I think I'm going to break these off first. It'll make it easier to put onto the bandsaw. They're not going to come off in a hurry, so the old chisel on that. This is my old breaker's chisel, reserved for smashing things up. That'll do. Let's do the other one. It's probably off camera, but it's done. Okay. Yeah, it all looks a bit of a mess, but that doesn't really matter for this jig. Okay, I'd like two 14 centimetre slices, please, Mr. Bandsaw.
Oh, okay, Dave. Just put it on the table.
Great. Here we go. Okay, I'd like these two pieces cut to length, please, Mr. Chop Saw.
Okay, put it on the bench, Dave.
Yes, you've guessed it, the madness has struck. Okay, so far so good. I'll need a method of securing the neck down onto this jig, and to do that I've measured the width of the clamps here. They're 32 mil. I've got a 35 mil Forstner bit, so I'm going to drill some 35 mil holes down the length of this piece of wood, or both pieces I should say, and yeah, let's have a bit of order to that. Pretty sure that I'll need a hole at each end, so I come in 50 mil on each end, and that should be okay. And then we've got 75. So what happens if we say divide that by 8? So 750 divided by 8 equals 93. Yeah, okay. 93, and then yeah, it's just over 93. It's never comes in quite right. Okay, let's draw some lines down. It doesn't really matter how deep I go, but I want to go deep enough for the holes not to pull out. So I think I'll go down 70mm, which is really great because I've just drawn that right underneath the lines that I've drawn, so I have to add those in again. Okay, right, I'm going to drill some holes. I'm going to have to do each side separately with the Forstner bit, but what I'll do is just drill a small pilot hole in the centre here, so I've got at least a mark registering it. Well, that's all the holes cut out of the two pieces. Obviously the machine's not talking to me today. Perhaps it doesn't like me calling it a drill press. Anyway, right, let's think. What's next? Well, we need to join the two pieces together, and I think this little piece of wood here, which is 35mm by, well, that's 18mm, will do the job. So I'll just cut two lengths of that to 85 centimetres long. Just drill a few holes. Now it's important the top edge lines up, so whatever the top edge is will be the one I need to line up. I'm going to screw this down. This is an old floor tile sample, vinyl flooring, so it's getting all bits all over it. So it will make great padding. It's quite soft material. I need to put this on the top of this device, so let's trim some bits off. So I'll fix those onto the top. I think some double-sided tape will probably do the job for that. Right. Before I stick those on though, I need some method of securing this in a vise. Right, I've cut two pieces of wood to 40 centimetres long, and I've screwed them together, and I'm going to screw these to the bottom of this fixture with some quite long screws. Right, should do the job. let's just try that. It should go into the vise like so. That'll give me an opportunity to stick the pads on the top. Okay, so now you may ask, how does this help shaping the neck? Let me show you. Well, this is exciting, isn't it? So the idea is we put the neck on there. And we can move it around a bit if we need to. But the key thing is, hopefully, we should be able to clamp that down. Nice and tight. So it'll enable me to work on different parts of the neck. Now, I've made this probably a bit too wide, but it doesn't matter because when I'm working on the thin end, oops, just trying to get that out, all I need to do, oops, is move that right along to there. I've still got plenty of holes here to clamp the thing down, so it should be held nice and secure on there as well. There we are. So I can still work on it, and it really is quite rigid. And given that I've got it there, I think that's where I'm going to start. So many thanks to the gentleman who put me in the direction of that particular video where the guy made this jig. It's absolutely fantastic. Cheers. I'll just have a quick tidy up, and while I'm doing that, I want to thank all those folks who have gone off and bought my book Entanglement, and nice comments that I've had from people about that. It really is very rewarding, you know, having spent quite a bit of time doing that book, and well, having read through it quite a few times myself. It was a story that I enjoyed, so I'm delighted that other people do. If you're interested in scientific discoveries and like a bit of a mystery, well, pop along and have a look. It's called Entanglement by D.K. Dickens, and it's on your local Amazon. And I really appreciate it because it helps to go towards the funds to get the next lot of wood for my guitar projects. Well, I certainly feel like I've made some progress today, and this new fixture is proving to be really useful, really fantastic. I've got this neck nice and smooth. I mean, it's going to need quite a bit more work doing on it before it's finished, but I've made a good start, and so I'm really pleased with that. Now then, there's going to be a little bit of a delay before the next video because I'm busy on some exciting projects, which I'll tell you all about next time. So I hope you'll stay around and watch me finish this guitar, because it's getting there. We could do with the weather warming up, I'll be honest with you, before I put the finish on, but well, we'll just have to see. If not, it'll be the old fan heater, try and warm up the workshop. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your comments. If you're new to this channel and you want to see some more guitar building, well, I think I've got 184 videos out there. I just realised that the other day. Woo! It's quite a lot of videos. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.